Okay guys, so let's get into this. We're going to talk about MIDI drag and drop and audio drag and drop. And if you hover the mouse over this, you'll see there's a pop-up help guide telling you export audio, and on the side you have the export MIDI. So these are the two functions that have been available on the previous update. So this is not new to the 2.0. This is going to export the audio file of the entire sequence if you want, or the entire track, or the program. So you can choose between those three. And on the side on the MIDI, you can choose between the track or the entire sequence. Okay. To choose between these options, you need to go into the preferences, and then you go down to drag and drop. So you have a few options here. You have the include program volumes and pannings of the program. In case you want to bypass that, you can choose that. And you also have the bypass program effect plugins. So you can just bypass the effects right here as well if you want. So then you have the audio tail. Let's listen to the beat. All right, so this is a 2-bar beat, right? If you're gonna MIDI export this or audio export this, it's gonna export 2 bars only of that sequence. You can give it an audio tail, which is, it's gonna export 1 more second or 2 more seconds after the last bar when the sequence finishes. It's useful sometimes because you might have a loop that has a sample that keeps going for a little longer. So this is useful to use, but you should keep in mind as well, if you're going to use that same sound as a loop, or you're bringing it in as a loop, and then you're going to apply the BPMs to that loop, the software, it won't recognize an audio tail, and it will apply the BPM to that loop to the entire sample. Bit tricky. You should figure it out. Just go and work with audio length. It's useful for some parts of production. Try it out and see how it works. Then you have the options for the export. As I said, you can export the master of the program or the track. You can choose it right here. So if you only want to bounce what's on the track, you just choose track, okay? And that's the audio export. I'm going to press OK. And on this track, let me solo this. You can choose the tracks down here, track, the program, and the pad. Okay, so I'm choosing the track. I'm just soloing it. And this is just my drum. So if I come here and I press the export audio, it's going to bounce it, as you see. And then you can pick it up straight from there and you drag it wherever you want to drag it. You can put it down here next to all the audio files. Just release it and it's right there. You can listen to it. Okay. Then you can go back to the drag and drop tab and choose program. What this does, so if you have the same program on several tracks, it's going to export all those tracks together. And it's the same thing. You just touch this. I don't know if I have this program on other tracks, but let's try it out. See what's the sound on it. Here we go. Yeah, it's the same thing, but that's what it is. So if you have the same program on different tracks, and if you export it this way by using program, that's what's going to be bouncing. That's what's going to be exporting. So, and then you have the master. You can touch it and then drag it wherever you want to drag it. You can choose Finder and drag it right there. Now there's a tab as well. If you see the tab exports, this is created automatically when you create drag and drops. You'll have this folder on your Mac. I don't know about PCs. I'm sorry guys, but I assume it's the same thing, obviously. So you have all the exports that you do come right here. So you can delete them afterwards if you're not going to use it. But if you want to use it, they always come to this folder, okay? Let's go into the drag and drop again. And yeah, we have the master. And we still have it there. See, it's always highlighted. So it was soloing. Actually gonna have to export it again. If you wanna export it again, you actually have to move a sequence or move a track for it to disappear, right? And once it disappears, you can go back to the track that you want to export again if you had made some changes. In this case, we're just going to export the whole master as we chose on the preferences. Just going to drag it over here. You can hear. Okay, and that's the loop right there. And obviously you can drag straight bounds from here to other softwares. You can actually see me doing that in this video. Where I use Logic. I use Logic all the time, and I actually prefer to bounce my tracks this way and then rearrange everything in Logic. I'm actually going to do a few more videos of the use of Logic with the MPC, so check it out on videos to come next to this one. Okay, so let's take a look at Midi drag and drop. If you come here to the drag and drop page, you have track. Okay, so this obviously, if you bounce this, touch it right there, and I have Logic on the side, so I can just pick it up, go to Logic, and drop it straight in there, and you can see the information. It's all right here. So you can obviously pick it up and drag it wherever you want to drag it to. If you want to drag it to the Finder, you can drag it right there. Remember that everything comes to the exports. It's all available right here. So one of the cool things is that when you choose the drag and drop to be sequence, it exports all the tracks within the sequence to one file. And if you do that, it's really cool, because if you come here to Logic and just drag it straight into Logic, you'll see that it pretty much exports all the individual tracks and puts them straight into separate tracks. And it's also cool because if you want to use that in another project, you can do that. So if you just take this and put it in Finder, let's drop it right there. So it's drums 3, and then you create a new project, and then you just drag in the Midi. It's going to put it straight into all the track. Obviously the programs are not there, but the Midi, it's all written the way it was. I hope I've cleared some doubts. If you have any more questions, let me know. It's very simple to work with Midi drag and drop, so just have fun with it. Export your loops, use your loops with clips, launching the new program. I'm going to be covering that soon as well, clip launching and the program, using it on the software. So I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.